Please.
And you are the problem.
Will you calm down?
What's going on?
Guys, listen, don't hate me. Don't get in my Do not get in my
Hold on, did Angela really lose again? Michael just shut her down in court, and if you guys thought their relationship had already hit rock bottom, this latest court battle just raised the stakes and Michael isn't holding back.
It's my property. I don't want to give her. And after last night's incident, I'm worried she's gonna slam it on the floor. She's so angry right now, and I don't know what she's gonna do with it.
So, Michael took Angela back to court for the second time, accusing her of emotional and financial abuse. And this time, the evidence Michael brought to the table was enough to make Angela squirm. From testimonies to text messages, he came prepared and the court was all ears. We're talking explosive accusations of Angela's controlling behavior, her public outbursts, and even how she allegedly drained Michael's finances, leaving him without any independence. It's no longer just reality TV drama, so make sure to stick around, because we're breaking down how this latest court loss could be the final straw for Angela.
I'm really scared. I mean it. I was even trying to explain things to her. She left me. She walked out on me. I'm not happy about that. She's not submissive. She's too bossy.
Michael and Angela's relationship has always been explosive, right from the start of their journey on 90 Day Fiancé. From the moment they met, their dynamic was intense, filled with wild fights, passionate makeups, and constant tension. The show's fans have watched them go from one argument to the next, and things have only gotten worse over time. One of the biggest moments that really showed the cracks in their relationship was Angela's constant accusations of Michael cheating. Time and time again, she would blow up over rumors or suspicions, often without any solid proof. And let's not forget how Angela would explode at Michael whenever things didn't go her way, whether it was about his family, their wedding plans, or something as simple as a phone call. On screen, we saw Angela constantly berate Michael, calling him names and tearing him down emotionally. It didn't take long for people to realize that this wasn't just typical relationship drama. There was something more toxic going on under the surface. Off-screen, their relationship didn't fare any better. Reports of their off-camera fights only added to the tension, with both of them being caught in public spats that often mirrored what viewers saw on the show. As time passed, their connection seemed to crumble, with Michael getting fed up with Angela's behavior. But it wasn't just verbal fights and accusations. Michael eventually realized that the burden on his emotional and financial health was too much to bear, leading to his decision to take Angela to court.
The reason why I left Angie house is because, it's very, very sad. I feel like I'm an unwanted guest. Like I wasn't treated like I'm a husband. Like I was treated like I'm just a nobody. That's just how I'll put it. It's worse. Every day we fight. I'm telling you the river. Every day we fight. We argue. Many things. It's a lot. For me to leave, for me to have left rather. It had gotten to the point I couldn't just bear it anymore.
Now, let's get into Michael's latest court case against Angela. After enduring years of verbal abuse, public humiliation, and financial control, Michael finally decided enough was enough. In his latest court battle, Michael took the stand, exposing all the ways Angela mistreated him over the course of their relationship. He didn't hold back, detailing the emotional toll Angela's behavior took on him. He revealed how Angela's constant insults, accusations, and controlling nature left him mentally drained and trapped in a toxic cycle. According to Michael, Angela didn't just lash out at him in private. She regularly belittled him in front of friends, family, and even in public. Imagine being called out, insulted, and degraded in front of people close to you. That's exactly what Michael dealt with for years. But it wasn't just about the emotional abuse. Michael also brought up Angela's control over their finances. He claimed that Angela kept a tight grip on their money, leaving him with no financial independence. She allegedly drained their joint accounts, leaving Michael with nothing to support himself. Michael stated that Angela's actions went beyond the usual financial disagreements couples might have. She actively kept him from making his own money, pushing him to be completely dependent on her. Whether it was refusing to let him work or blocking him from pursuing new career opportunities, Angela ensured that Michael couldn't build any financial freedom for himself. For him, this financial control felt like entrapment, a way for Angela to keep him under her thumb. When it came time to present his case, Michael didn't come empty-handed. He brought what many would call receipts, text messages, voice recordings, and witness testimonies that painted a clear picture of Angela's abusive behavior. Several witnesses, including mutual friends and even some of Angela's acquaintances, testified on Michael's behalf. They described her explosive outbursts and cruel remarks, confirming that the abuse was both emotional and financial. These testimonies were key in backing up Michael's claims and showing the court that his story wasn't just a one-sided narrative. One of the more shocking parts of the court case was Angela's reaction. Instead of staying calm and collected, she lost her temper during the proceedings. Multiple reports claimed that Angela lashed out verbally in court, frustrated by the mounting evidence against her. It was almost like watching an episode of 90 Day Fiancé with Angela's temper taking center stage. Her public outbursts didn't help her case at all. It made things worse. The judge took note of her behavior, and it didn't paint her in a favorable light. With strong evidence on his side and Angela's outbursts only making her look worse, the court leaned in Michael's favor. It was clear that Angela's treatment of Michael was toxic, both emotionally and financially, and Michael's courage in speaking out made all the difference in this latest legal battle. But Angela wasn't going down without a fight. As soon as the allegations started flying, she jumped in with her own side of the story. Angela claimed that Michael was just using her for money and attention, and she painted herself as the victim in this whole situation.
Text messages, oh, you're in pain, laugh out loud. Is that funny to you? You know the difference between you and I, Michael? I have a heart. I'm a mean bitch. I'll fight in a goddamn minute and I'll with you. You have no heart, man.
According to Angela, Michael had been manipulating her all along, playing the role of the innocent partner while secretly taking advantage of her financially and emotionally. She said that everything Michael was accusing her of was exaggerated or simply not true. Angela's defense was all about turning the tables on Michael. She insisted that their relationship troubles weren't her fault and that Michael had always been after her money. She pointed to the gifts and financial support she had given him over the years as proof of her generosity, claiming that Michael was the one who had been draining her financially, not the other way around. In her mind, Michael had only stuck around in the relationship because he wanted the financial perks, not because he genuinely cared about her. However, despite Angela's attempts to shift the blame onto Michael, the court just wasn't buying it. The evidence Michael presented, texts, recordings, and witness statements painted a very different picture of their relationship. The judge couldn't ignore the clear signs of emotional and financial abuse, and Angela's defense started to crumble. Even though Angela tried to play the victim, the sheer amount of evidence against her made it impossible for her to convince the court that she was innocent. In the end, the judge sided with Michael, agreeing that Angela had crossed several lines in their relationship. The aftermath of the court case was explosive. Angela was absolutely furious when she lost the case, and she didn't hide her anger. According to witnesses, she lashed out at her own legal team, blaming them for the outcome. She seemed completely blindsided by the verdict, almost as if she hadn't expected the case to go so poorly for her. Angela's usual tough exterior cracked under the pressure, and she had a full-blown meltdown, yelling at her lawyers and anyone else within earshot. It was a dramatic scene, one that perfectly mirrored the chaotic nature of her relationship with Michael. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Michael felt a huge sense of relief. After years of feeling trapped in an abusive and controlling relationship, this court victory marked a major turning point for him. For Michael, winning this case wasn't just about proving Angela wrong, it was about reclaiming his life and his freedom. He had finally managed to stand up to Angela, and the court's decision gave him the closure he desperately needed. Now, with the legal battle behind him, Michael can focus on moving forward and starting fresh. This win was a huge step toward breaking free from the toxic cycle he had been stuck in for so long. As soon as the news of the court case hit social media, fans of 90 Day Fiancé went wild. People have been following Michael and Angela's relationship for years, and this latest development sparked a massive wave of reaction. A person commented saying, "Great job thus far for Michael. Keep going. Angela also deserves jail time for her criminal behavior. Michael and the state of Georgia have enough evidence of her physical assaults to prosecute her. She can seek therapy in jail." Another one added, "This woman is evil and ridiculously abusive. She should have been jailed, and the television channel that promoted the degrading of a black man as entertainment should also be fined." Well, what do you guys think? Is this the end of Angela's reign, or will she find a way to come back stronger than ever? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to stay tuned for more updates on this wild 90 Day Fiancé saga.